Hey gang, Dirty Rob from the West Michigan Trail Runners and the Gazelle Sports Dirty Herd, here with my thoughts on the Saucony Koa TR, not the ST, the TR. We'll get into the differences in a few minutes. So the Koa, I'm calling it the replacement for the Nomad. And if you've watched my videos and you've looked at some of the stuff I've said in the past, you know that I did one for the Nomad and I trashed it. I wanted the Nomad to be a replacement for the, now rest in peace, Patagonia Everlong, and it just failed miserably in every way, shape, and form. From that, it wasn't a, well, it was a pretty bad shoe. Bottom line, I was coming out of it anytime that foot landed on a kind of tilted landing, which you know happens in trail running with some regularity. So this thing comes out, and I think it's kind of aimed at that same type thing since the Nomad is no longer. And honestly, it's not all that bad. I think the changes are great. They worked way better on my foot. And I think even if you are a Nomad fan, I think the changes are subtle enough that you're really going to like this shoe as well. So, let's get into this. Laces, flat and wide, just the way I like them. This kind of lace never seems to cause any kind of hot spots or irritations on my feet. Tongues, plenty padded. It's not gusseted, and there is no lace guidance there because there's kind of a, well, see this little cover right here. There's this little cover on top of the laces there that acts as the debris shield, we'll call it. I honestly was a little worried, considering my low volume foot, that I'd get some wrinkling, some buckling, with the tongue being separate from all of this. But nothing. Plenty of miles, no hot spots, it sat comfortably. I didn't notice any extra or any less debris in the shoe because of this. I did feel like the shoe maybe ran a little on the warm side. And I don't know if this was keeping the heat in because it's not as breathable, because it may be a little denser, a little thicker than your normal shoe mesh. Either way, everything going on along top of the shoe, which might look a lot if you're looking at it on the shoe wall, it really isn't an issue. I can't imagine anyone having a problem with anything going on there. The rest of the uppers is nice lightweight mesh, big old toe rand on the front for plenty of protection, big old heel counter in the back, and I mean big old heel counter. I mean, you can see it's all the way up to there as the top edge, and then it extends all the way forward, almost to the arch on both sides. So plenty of locked in feeling in this shoe there. No matter what kind of foot type you have. I will mention that the heel has a lot of padding on the back, and this is going to be the source of my really only complaint of the shoe, but I'll come back to that in a second. 4mm drop, 22/18, normal EVA foam with the Everrun top liner there. It's full strobe board all the way across for a nice comfortable cushion ride. And I think that does lend itself to be a pretty versatile kind of hybrid shoe. It could do roads, could do gravel, did all of the above here, and plus some trail. Because this is the TR, and here's what the difference is. The TR has these nice little 3.5mm lugs across the bottom. They're Power Track outsole, so it makes for a nice comfortable ride on road and on buffed out trails and gravel roads and all of the above. The ST version has 8mm lugs that are more like your Salomon Speed Cross. Big old terrain specific things that would not be as versatile on gravel roads or pavement. This shoe does well on all of the above. Obviously though, in really nasty, muddy, trashed conditions, the ST would be a better shoe than this guy, because these little 3.5mm lugs are close enough together that, yeah, they're not going to give you a whole lot of traction when the conditions are bad. They're just big enough to, you can see, got a little rock in there. Just big enough to get a little rock in there. But they're not going to help you other than that. So all in all, comfortable ride, well balanced. I think they listed it at 10.3 ounces. My size 14 was a tick over 13 ounces, so not the lightest thing in the world. Not a racing shoe, but I could certainly see a lot of people being happy in this, doing some marathon distance or beyond, because there's a lot of comfort, a lot of cushion. The shape of the shoe is not ultra-esque, but it is kind of oblong-ish, almost straight last there, a little taper at the arch. So it definitely is built for some space, some volume, for a comfortable ride for the long haul. All in all, I like the shoe a lot. I think it's a massively, successful update compared to the Nomad if you want to make that direct comparison. But it is not going to earn a spot in the trunk of my car because of the heel. I'm not going to say it's bad. I don't have any specific problems with it. I didn't get any blisters, but something's going on with this heel that every time I ran in it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Admittedly, the first time I ran in it, I felt a little bit of a ridge there. Second time I ran in it, I was thinking about it. I was focusing on it. I felt like I felt a seam in there. None of the above. Third time I ran it, my sock kind of got scrunched down. That might have been a sock issue. But all in all, I can't stop thinking about this heel counter. Every time I run in it, as badly as I try not to think about it, I just go out for a run, try to forget that this shoe's on my foot. Something in this heel distracts me, and I'm thinking about it every time. And I guess the thing we're all after is to find a shoe that doesn't do that. That you forget you have a shoe on your foot. You forget, and you just get out and run, and you can zen out and get your miles in, get your your training run for the day, whatever it is you're after that day, you get it done, and you're not thinking about what's on your foot. And this shoe, I couldn't get it out of my head. Just the heel. Something always felt a little off. Even on the best runs where I did forget for a minute or two that I was there, but I would hit some rocks, some roots, do something a little different, and my foot would shift, and that heel would pop into my brain, and I would be focused on something feeling not quite right there. So, again, that might just be me. You might be trying this on and think I'm crazy, and that's fine. Please, try it on, because there's enough positive stuff going on with this shoe that it's worth the ride. This might just be me and my psychotic crap. So, anyway, that's it. Koa Koa TR, not the ST. Check it out. It's a great ride, super comfortable. It'll give you tons of miles with lots of toe splay. Really good shoe that I think a lot of people are going to get a lot of enjoyment out of. So that's it, gang. I appreciate, as always, your time. Comments in the sections below. I'll see you out in the trails. Peace out.